Okay, so on and Maddie. So we got through as far as doing the patch. So we're gonna start back here. So this is the first step in updating the NFL rosters. Madden is to get the latest community mod. It says FFFI mod. The latest updates can be found by following this link. Downloading download packages and follow their installation instructions. All future mod updates will also be found at that thread. No, unless the mod specifically says to place files in parent files, do not place them there. Instead, place them in the game's documents folder. Okay. So this link, let's see what's there. They did say all future updates would be there. So let's test that out. Okay, so that's 2021. But that is kind of a while ago. So could be there's newer things going on. Okay, those are definitely old. Um, mhm. Try uh so someone did make a post in here in 2024. So see if there's any new information. So again, what I'm looking for is specifically um the updating the rosters. So those are utilities, but I'm not actually making anything, so I'm not too worried about that. And these are the graphics updates. Okay, let's see. So this is what 13, 14, 15, 16. I think that means 2016. Huh. I was trying to get some information, but that was just a file. Um, so core files, graphics, program files. Inclusive mod. This is just huh. Okay. Um, Okay, we'll just back that up and finish mods. Let's look at that. Okay. So there was something posted this year. Huh. Maybe I just gotta keep scrolling down. No, that's going the wrong way. Huh. So, hmm. That's definitely going the wrong way. Okay. So it's possible the only, like, the most recent I can get is 2021? Just trying to confirm that before I actually try and do that, though. I wonder if I can go straight to this. No. I'm trying to. I was just trying to see what the message was, not the. Not the profile. But I guess maybe that's a way to find it, like, quickly, because I have time constraints. Okay. Okay, so this is the most active topic, and this is. Is it just go straight to the forum? Looks like. Cool. Okay. Coach mode. What's that? Oh. Oh, that's hilarious. That's a good one. Um. Okay, so I just wish I knew, like. All right, so everything in here was from 2016. Okay, good to know. So that means the 2021 is. Interesting. Okay, so that goes straight to just. Wish I had a better. Okay, okay. Now I'm looking at it. So it's 2011. Gotcha. Okay. 2011. That's helpful. So now that I know what to look for as far as the year, let me check this one again. No, this is zipped. So I have to unzip just to know if this is helpful or not. Okay, then at least now I know. Um, Standard download. So effectively, I have to unpack to see what the year is. There's no documentation about what the year is. Okay. So this was 2016. Okay, gotcha. So either way, this seems too old. Okay, at least we know now. So it seems like 2021 is the best available. Oh, did that match up with what I thought of? 2016. Yeah, okay, so that did match up with what I thought. So XV one was actually 2016. Okay. So if that's the case, then 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So it does seem like the next best step would be maybe there's some more information about this Big Daddy Cool stuff. Okay, let me check that. Like, if there's something that's a lot more recent compared to really AFL NFL merger. Okay, so that was 2022. Time Genius. Um, the mod has been designed to work with vanilla Madden and should also work with mods up to version X1. The raster file you can simply put. Okay. So if I do, I have the choice, it looks like, of either just trying to do vanilla version or trying to upgrade to the F1 up to the It's like what, 11? The raster file you can simply put into My Documents, Madden Rasters folder, and the other files can go to My Documents. Okay. So that was 2022. Let's see. Um, anything more recent? All-time mod. 2010. Oh, okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way through 16. Let's see. Hmm. 12 classes. All the way up to 2022. Okay, so it does just seem like modding just kind of fell off a cliff. And which makes sense because eventually EA started having Madden versions available on PC again. The reason why Madden 08 had come into its own thing so much in the mining community is because Madden 08 was the last very popular version of a Madden game that was available on PC. And for the longest, if you wanted to play Madden, you had to have a console. Like if you wanted to stay up to date with Madden, you had to have a console. But then eventually not AI, pretty much EA, they were like, oh, we effed up. Let's try having the PC version again. So they probably were like, okay with this website prior to the PC version being a big fixture again. But then once it did, they're probably like, oh, actually, we don't want you still doing stuff. Okay. Okay, so that does explain where that part. Okay. So it does seem like Daddy cool. Let's see. So is the all-time Genius Edition. Hmm. Okay. I'm also a big fan of Big Daddy Cole and uses mods every day. Similar to check out our Lehman 67 mini rosters, universe from 1960 to 1989. That's kind of cool. Aaron's mini rosters. El Wapo. X mod that works with the all-time mod. Really now. Huh. Okay, so he's still active? Interesting. Okay, hold on. Maybe there's more up to date. I doubt it. Okay, so he did do some things recently. Oh, today. Most active topic is version 3.0. Really? Okay. That was from 2013 though. 13. Yeah, that was a while back. It's a while back. Hmm. Okay. So most active form is graphics. Oof. Okay, so if I search users posts, here we go. So there are some things in 2023. Okay, so that's all about Richard Bowl. Okay, interesting. So try this post instead. The links are newer and should be working. Interesting. Okay. So that was as of 2022. Oh, here we go. Player portrait. Okay, 4.4 is the most recent thing from here. And that was in the post of 2021. Oh, Super Genius Edition. I see. Okay. Okay, so how does that work? So there's all-inclusive mod. There's all-time mod. Point three. Hmm. Okay. Following that link. That's the link they said. That goes through 2021. Okay, it seems like it would make sense. This is the most recent FFFI mod that's available, and since the Big Daddy is supposed to be able to work on top of this, it does seem like the next best thing to do is do this one and then do the Big Daddy one. What's a try? This will be the thread for updates to the FFFI mod for the future. Currently, the majority of the mod the roster is updated to, well, it says 2019, but the actual one is 2021 these days. The core files, graphics, and program files packages are required to run the mod. Note that most of these files will likely be compressed as .7z files, so please have 7zip or another program that can extract .7z archives. Please post any comments and questions below. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and do this one. Okay, just waiting for that to finish up. All right. So here's installation instructions. Gonna follow those. So the core roster related files for the FFFI mode to install. Place all files from the files folder to your documents, Madden, and file 08 folder. Note there are two db underscore templates.dat files. The primary file uses Roger Jinx's new overall calculation for players. Really? The db underscore templates.dat dash org 0vr file instead uses default Madden NFL 08 overall calculations. Note there are three ple data.dat files. The ple data.dat dash org file uses the original Madden NFL 08 equipment and helmets rather than the updated equipment and helmets. The PLA data.dat dash org helm file uses the updated equipment but with the original helmets. Interesting. Okay, so I just have to take all of these files that's in the file folder and put them in documents Madden NFL 08 folder. Okay, let's try that then. Okay, so copy these and then go find that folder. Okay, documents, Madden, documents, Madden NFL.08. Okay, let's go back and do this again. So again, it says put it in the documents Madden file 08 folder. Okay, well that's one then. Okay. But it seems like there's particular folders that it should be going in, not necessarily just randomly in the folder. That's the thing about programs. If they're specifically looking for a file in a specific place and they don't find it, then it's a bad time. Or best worst case is they just ignore the thing you did and they go on to deal with the original. So there's dot dot. Okay, all of these are dot dot. So I kind of just figure out where those are then. Okay, rosters are empty. Okay, I was like, did I do something and now they're all empty? Because that's not helpful. But that's not the case. Okay. There are two install place all in your documents Madden NFL 8 folder. Primary, okay. I guess it's as simple as just throwing it in there. I don't know. But what I can do is duplicate this. So now I can make the changes and I can do a easy recovery if need be. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. And gonna go to this again. And then we're just gonna try to follow what it said. Okay. Okay, I'm like, gee, what is 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%, and now I got 54. Okay, there we go. Now it's doing things. I mean, the things. Okay, so all of this went there. So let's see. First step is do that. Cool. Uh, okay, so we did that. Now let's do graphics. Okay, so apparently these are supposed to go there too. I feel like there's something missing though. Like, I feel like those shouldn't just be randomly in the folder, but they should be in a specific folder within the folder. But it's hard to tell where. Okay. There's nothing in rosters currently. System. I guess. I guess we'll assume. So all files from the files folder into your documents Madden info. Okay, we'll try it. So here's files, here's downloads, here's graphics. Copy that. And then paste those in. Okay. So then the next one that's available is the program files. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so okay, so in this case, okay, so this does specifically this is a little more specific about where things should be going. Now, my only problem is I feel like I should have I feel like I shouldn't keep them in a compressed state and expect them to work correctly. So I'm gonna go rework that real quick. So I'm gonna go to documents, which is where I kept the copy. Put this in. Okay, so all that out. And then add that in. And then going back to the start of this, but this time I'm going to take the added step of decompressing. I know there's a better way to say that, but this is skipping my mind here. Okay, so I'm gonna extract, that's what you call it. Okay, gotta use my 7-zip and I'm gonna extract here. Actually, you know what? Cancel that. No, hold on, what? Oh, okay, I had that right. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so 7-zip. Oh, should I do a scan real quick? Okay, good. So now I can do that. The 7-zip. I can extract here. And then I can scan this one. What? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay. Okay. But like I missed some steps here. Let's try that again. This time, instead of doing extract here, we're just gonna go ahead and select the folder. And we'll just hit yes to all to replace. Okay. And this for sure seems to be the thing. Okay, so this was what I was trying to. Huh. That's interesting, considering this is all 2016. But I am looking for something that's actually not from 2016, so that's interesting. I feel like I had the right thing earlier, and now I don't, and that's weird. Like before I extracted it, I seemed to have the right thing. But then now since I did, it doesn't appear to be. Huh. Okay, try that again. Oh, I might have just been doing the wrong thing. Oh, we'll see. Hmm, that was really weird. That all seems really weird. Okay. Let's just hold on. That's right. I think I'm just looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Okay. Core files. Oh, right. I'm just reading core files. Haha. Yeah, core files. That's what I'm looking for. Right, right, right. That's better. Okay. Core files. This is the one I'm supposed to be doing things with, not the other one. As great as that probably is, there's a reason why I keep seeing 2016. Because it's not the one I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, so zip. Okay, that makes way more sense. Okay. Mistaken identity on that one. Ooh. Which is now why I should be able to see what I was seeing previously. Let's see here. Okay, cool. That's what I was looking for. And the idea is to just put them all in. Okay, great. So, boy, howdy. I just be getting stuck in some things that just don't make any sense. Either way, files folder. Gotcha, gotcha. Here we go. Files folder. Paste that in there. And then the next one is the graphics. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Huh? Okay. Okay, okay. So take all of these guys and put them in. And the thing, by which I mean manipulate folder. Okay, so we retraced the steps, but I just wanted to make sure that these were properly extracted before, because I didn't want to risk, although I probably already had done that, I just like to know that the proper steps were done. So, and the last thing that was available there was for the program files. And scan that. Okay, and then go ahead and extract this to a specific folder, which is right there now. And then here it says I have to place launch and a rig into likely program files, x86, EA Sports, Madden, etc. Okay. So step one is put the two launch files in the, okay, sounds like a plan. Let's do that. So both of these put into program Hmm. Okay. So launch update dot. Um, hmm. Okay then. So launch original is supposed to be the original version. So that should be good. But it is good to have, it is good to make sure and have a copy of this version before I make any changes, just in case something goes the wrong way. So let's do that. Okay. Um, copy. Paste. Okay, so now I got that copy, just in case I mess something up. It's not forever mess up. Or I have to go and rework several things mess up because those are annoying. It's definitely one thing I learned in computer science grad school is don't, well, sometimes you can't avoid doing that, but at least limit the amount of times you have to do that. Okay, so like version control is a very important principle if you don't want to spend too much time having to fix oopsies. Okay, so then these are supposed to go into program files, probably. So I'll put these in there. And I'll replace the things. Okay. Then I'll gotta go to the data one folder and place these other two things over there. Okay. So I'll also copy the data one folder. Okay. And then make the tweaks to the original. Okay. Okay, I did that. I was a little worried that I might have missed something, but it should be okay. Okay. So here's data. Okay, here's the data one I was at, but now I can go to this data one. And the idea is to put both of these in there and replace. Okay. That's the idea. Okay. So updated that and proves that that backed it up. Okay, so that's it for that part. So then that comes, those are those two things. So I think I'll just do the that for now, and then go and do the this here. So Big Daddy Cool. Three. This is your post. And football college. Okay. What time modern data files? Okay. Okay, so the roster file you can put into, okay. So when my husband decided to work with vanilla Madden should work up to, oh, x-1. Oh, I forgot about that. The roster file you simply put into, and other files can go into your My Documents Madden folder, and you should be good to go. My old computer died a few years ago, and I've had trouble getting a new one ever since. So I've been able to work on this like I would have wanted to. However, once I do finally get myself a new rig, trust me, I will be making a lot more lost time. Well, that didn't seem to pan out for whatever reason. Okay, so the version of this that I got is, don't know. Technically, what version this is. Okay, but on this post, FFX1 is considered to be an old FF mod. So I likely can't do the Big Daddy. Okay, cool. Well, that's not necessarily if I have to do the Big Daddy. So I don't really worry about that then. So that's that part. So then the next thing you'll likely want is MoxX, which is a collection of extremely useful and powerful tools and utilities for modding, good for giving new life to Madden. To use some of these properly, you'll need to have the versions of Microsoft.NET Framework listed above. Two of the most important tools in the collection are Instance Editor included are both versions 1.3 and 2.0, which allow for extremely large amounts of editing and tweaking to rosters, franchises, and superstars. And the DB editor and DAT file replace their richer key modding tools and can even allow you to mod and experiment for yourself. If you want the latest versions of the DB editor and the .dat file replacer, they can be found by following the links in the sentence. Okay, so I guess before we move on to, well, first of all, I guess I don't have to do that tonight. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just try things out as far as see if the game will load or if I somehow manage to crash something. And if it loads great and looks great, I guess it's great and it's a good place to take a break. So let's try it out then. There we go. Just taking a break from the music. Trying to avoid some content IDs if I can help them. I can fix that later. Okay. Um, well, at least this part's right. This I can confirm is something that did not exist back in 2008. I know for a fact that Los Angeles Chargers was not a thing in 2008. So it looks like the rosters are good, at least as far as that goes. So that's nice. So, okay, cool. So there's the rosters as far as what we're able to do. Um, so I think I'll not worry about um the all-time. Okay, so then okay, so I guess I can go ahead and I could go ahead and include the only downside. Uh, okay, I guess we can put in the alternate um uniforms. Oops, did I do that twice? Probably. Yep. Okay. Okay, we don't need that twice. Okay, so show more options. Do quick scan. Should be good. Okay. So should we put it in the folder so I don't get confused? Okay. Then this says interesting. Okay, so locating this folder alternate versions of the Nike universe. Put it in the these are generally very similar to the default universe, but very different with different sock colors or small differences. I've compiled all the different minor alternate versions of Nike universe, placed them in this package. If you'd rather use one of these alternate universe than the one in the mod, you can use that file replacer to install it. Oh no. I could, but I have to keep things as simple as possible for my boyfriend. So I'd rather not do that. Okay, that makes my life easier. I like that. Nothing wrong with that. Nope, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we're not gonna worry about that. And so here's Calhoun's manuscripts. Okay, Madmax X. Okay, so Madmax X, that's there. Okay. Scan. Okay. And start to folder and readme. Must download FF 2010 mod separately. FF 2010 mod is not included. You must download port to MadMod X 4.0. Drop the MadMod X zip file to a location of your choosing. Open the MadMod X folder. Find MadMod X blue and red. Set the file to create shortcut. Do not close MadMod X folder. Double click MadMod X shortcut to be created. MadMod X 4.0 will start. Important. It doesn't come with clock. You must either download and import the or use one of the various custom mods created by for Madden. Really? Okay. Hmm. Okay. So that's FF09, which is not the one I got. So let's see. So two of the most fun collection are editor selects really large amounts of and can even allow you to mod and experiment for yourself. Okay. Okay, so that's effectively the same thing. It's just, okay, this is 4.0. So, rate me for Madden X installs custom Madden mods to Madden 08, allow you to create and install custom Madden mod packages. You must download to import Mad Mox X folder contains this README file. Okay. I feel like if I was able to do this directly on my boyfriend's computer, it makes sense to just do all this, but I can't though. Like, I gotta pretty much be able to put everything on a thumb drive and make it super easy for him to play. So, this will unfortunately be something I can't really do as much as I would like to. So, oh, okay, so it looks like the Calhoun manuscript to use such. The next thing you'd likely want is Madmox X, which is a collection of extremely useful and powerful tools and is used for modding, configuring, and giving new life to Madden. To use some of these properly, you'll need to have versions of Microsoft's .NET framework listed above. Two of the most important tools in the collection are Lindsay's editor included are both versions 1.3 and 2.0, which allow for extremely large amounts of editing and tweaking to rosters, franchises, and superstars. See, that's the thing. If I assume that he won't want to deal with this, and for some reason he wants to deal with it, then he won't have the option. Hmm. Hmm. Well, that's a great question. I don't really know. I think it's more likely that he'd rather just play and not worry about all of that money and stuff, considering that's what he usually does, is play nicely. Okay. To make the game more realistic and updated, add features that quite frankly should have um, been there in the first place and fix crashing issues. It says play on the latest versions of Windows 10. Download version 1.69 or higher of CalHoop's manuscripts. 2014. 2018. Let's see. Let's see if okay, so this is CalHoops 1.6.9. Okay, so that's 1.6.9, but 1.7.0 is the latest one posted. And then it's a matter of which one was recommended. Okay. So, as far as this is concerned, this was recommended, and that's the most recent thing. Okay, so that should work then. Okay. Alrighty. I'll scan. Okay. And zip to a folder. Unzip. Extract to folder. And realize that no DVD main app.exe. I'm definitely yet no different approach for debugging. It's really easy to set up. First of all, make sure you're using the no DVD main app.exe, regardless if you're using the DVD version or the Amazon version, which you can download here. It seems the scripts only work with the no DVD main app.exe because that's the main app I use when creating the scripts. Also, Microsoft broke the secure room saved us with Windows 10, which means you can't run the main app that you can see from DVD. Your only choice is to buy the Amazon download version and or use the no DVD main app.exe. Okay, if you experience frequent crashing when using these scripts, try to find this debug procedure. It gives you useful info as to which of the scripts are causing the crash. Crash is defined as automatically quitting and going to desktop for no apparent reason. 1. Unzip the Ollie DBG folder from the zip file, not the contents of the folder, into your downloads folder. 2. Open the Ollie DBG folder and right-click the Ollie DBG.exe and click Run as Administrator. Very important. Look yes if the user account control window pops up. In Ollie DBG, click Options, click Just-in-Time Debugging, and click Make Ollie DBG Just-in-Time Debugger, then click Done. Choose Ollie DBG. Play Madden until it crashes. If you know when the crash happens, try to create the crash. The next time Madden crashes, you will see an option to debug or close the crash process. Click Debug. Ollie DBG should now open. Start Windows built-in snipping tool. It's located in Windows Accessories. Or you can find it by typing snipping tool in the Windows search box. Or pressing Windows keyboard and PC version without quotes into the dialog box. Clicking OK. Snipping tool. Click New. 11. Draw a box around the entire LEDBG window. 12. Click on the Save Snip icon. Note where you saved it. 13. Click New again. 14. Draw another box around the entire Cal Hoops scripts program so I can see what scripts you have enabled. 15. Click on Save Snip icon. Note where you saved it. 16. Attach the pictures to send to out via a PM person message from the football idiot forum. With any details you can give about the crashes are occurring. Let me know if you have any issues or if something isn't clear. Okay. So that's Ollie DBG. Okay, so oops, scripts. So your trainer. Reason this is not about sheet table or scan the table source script. Define load error. Okay. Okay. let's try it. Okay. To make the game more realistic and updated, a lot of features that quite really should have been there in the first place and fix crashing issues on the latest versions of Windows 10. Download version 1.69 or higher of Calhoun's manuscripts. Note, the scripts will likely be flagged as virus by your antivirus program. This is a false positive and is safe to whitelist. To use the scripts, you must run the program in the download, then use the program to launch Madden by selecting mainup.exe from the installation directory. Default is C programs files, EA Sports, Madden, NFL 08. Then after the game loads, you can activate them by minimizing the game and selecting the options you want to be enabled. After enabling any options you want, click Save to save them for later, and they'll be loaded every time we start the scripts in the future. To allow you to minimize the game, you must first delete or rename the file in the Madden installation directory. Locate the file named Keyblow and rename or delete it. That will allow you to Alt tab out of the game. Calhoun script program recommends you run the game with a no CD patch. We of course expect everyone here to legally purchase the game, but since his scripts recommended a method of acquiring such a patch can be found with them. Regardless of whether you use a no CD patch or the standard executable file, one thing you'll want to run is Decore's 4G League patch on his old game, and many old games are not designed to run with all the capabilities of modern hardware. Madden is one such program and was designed to only access 2 gigabytes of RAM while running. Find the 4 gigabyte patch will up that to 4 gigabytes for the download. After you download the 4 gigabyte patch, extract it and run the .exe file included. It will ask you to select a .exe file to patch. Navigate to your Madden install directory and select main app.exe, click open. The patch doesn't start immediately. And when the patching is finished, close the program. When writing you'll say you want is Madden amp. This is another perfect editor for rosters and franchise, and even has its own drafting system that can replace the normal Madden draft in franchise mode. Like some of the utilities in Madden Mox X, it requires that NET framework version 4.5 plus. Okay, so I think this is a good place to put a pin on things. And next time, tomorrow, I'd say, I can pick up again with Calhoup's manuscripts. Because that is definitely, for my other 2 times doing this, I did get the Calhoup's manuscripts working, and it is a helpful thing to have on. And I do recall my boyfriend even using it previously, so we're gonna try to get that going next time. Oh, okay then. So I'll take 5 minutes to close down the chat. Anyone wants to chat? Then I'll close down the stream. 5 minutes and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start now. Ugh. Excuse me. Okay. So I do have chat up. Okay, good. I'm glad I went ahead and decided to still do this. Wasn't quite feeling it, but I do. I was like, I really don't want to just give my boyfriend yet another excuse. Let me just go ahead and get some progress on this. And I think I managed some progress. I got a clear reason why I shouldn't be trying to do Mad Max X. And also I got the latest available FF whatever it's called. I got the latest available that information going, and then I have a good clear understanding of how to do the cow poop, and definitely want to do that when I'm feeling more alert. Best case, I'll be able to finish this entire um thing tomorrow. The remaining steps, getting the cow hoops, um, manuscript, and the NT core patch. Best case, I'd be all the way done. I guess I should say, because the roster is just going to take a bit of time, because I'm not really sure what's currently available for rosters. So like, okay, so here are some rosters. So when it comes to finished rosters, this was something from 2024, which was last year. So twenty 2022, 2021, 2014, okay. All right. So, all right, there's just under 2 minutes left. If anyone wants to put something in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I could kind of see trying to get some of these additional uniforms and see if there's any additional like draft classes and whatever. Okay, various rosters. That's fine. Okay, so here's Rickster. Let's see what he had available. Oh, never mind. I keep clicking on things thinking that I'm gonna see a post, not a file. Okay. Okay, so typically I would do Roger Jinx. So let's just see what's available for. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, great. So that does still great. So I can get the updated rosters. That's good to know. Okay, that's really good to know. Okay, we are out of time. I'm gonna go. Let's this stream out and really doing some Kingdom Hearts time. So I'm just gonna take a quick break and then I'm gonna start some Kingdom Hearts time. I say I earned some Kingdom Hearts time. I had a very productive day today and finally got my butt back to doing some Madden mining time. And I can definitely see how I could get done with this whole process with one or two more sessions. So that's not a bad thing. So I think I've heard some computer science. So Hearts time, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out the stream and I'm gonna take a break. Then I'm gonna get some Kingdom Hearts time in. And looking forward to just enjoying myself for a bit. Decompress for a bit. I get some sleep. And wake up when I want to wake up. Hopefully after a good 7 hours. That'd be great. All right, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close this stream out. Thank you so much. Tiresome bow spread QVZKDY for being here. And thank you to anyone who I may have missed. And thank you for anyone who might check this out in the future. Stranger things have happened. And whenever, wherever, however, whatever, just make the most of it. That's the most important part. And messy. All right. Bye bye. As soon as I can figure out, oh, there it is. Yeah, I remember. Okay.